Very good morning, students. Welcome back to 8th standard science video class. Let us start with a new lesson, Plant Kingdom. Plants. There is the estimated number of plant species in the earth is 8.7 million. Among them, 6.5 million species living on land and 2.2 million species are living in ocean. Out of them, 4 lakh species are flowering plants, and the plant kingdom is divided into two sub-kingdoms such as flowering plants and non-flowering plants. Here, this is the flowering plants. It is otherwise known as cryptogams, and non-flowering plants is otherwise called as phanerogams. In this lesson, Plant Kingdom, we study about algae, fungi, bryophytes and pteridophytes. First, we will learn about algae. In Latin word, algae means seaweeds. These plants are autotrophs. That means they prepare their own food by itself. The process is known as photosynthesis. And algae belongs to Thallophyta. That means the plant body is not differentiated into root, stem and leaf. That is the algae which does not contains the root, stem and leaf, that is the parts of the body. And the plant body of algae is known as thallus. And most of the algae are living in fresh water and marine water, and very few algae can be survive in wet soil, and some of the algae float on the surface of water. Here the surface of pond, you can be see the algae can be float on that. This type of algae is known as phytoplankton. And some of the algae are symbionts. That means they will live with fungi. Example, lichen. And the study of algae is known as phycology or algology. Reproduction of algae. The algae are reproduced by three methods. First one, vegetative reproduction, and asexual reproduction, and third one, sexual reproduction. Vegetative reproduction takes place by fragmentation, and asexual reproduction takes place by spore formation, and sexual reproduction takes place by fusion of gametes. Next, we will learn about the classification of algae. Based on pigments, the algae can be classified into 4 types. That is blue-green algae, it is otherwise known as cyanophyceae, and green algae, chlorophyceae, and brown algae, phaeophyceae, and red algae, rhodophyceae. And some of the examples for this algae are Oscillatoria, Laminaria, Chlamydomonas and Polysiphonia. And in this blue-green algae, the types of pigments is phycocyanin, and green algae the pigments are chlorophyll, and brown algae the pigment is fucoxanthin, and the red algae the pigment is phycoerythrin. And these algae, the reserve food materials are starch. And next we will discuss about the economic importance of algae. The algae is used as food, agricultural, agar-agar, iodine and space travel and single cell protein. First economic importance of algae is food. The algae are consumed as food by people in Japan, England and also in India. Example for this algae are Spirulina chlorella. And second one, agricultural. Some of the blue-green algae are essential for fixing the atmospheric nitrogen into soil. and it increases the fertility of the soil. Example for that algae is nostoc and Anabaena. And third one, agar agar. It is the extracted from some red algae, namely Gelidium, and it is used in prepare growth medium in laboratories, and it is the agar agar algae. And iodine. Iodine is obtained from brown algae like Laminaria. And in space travel, the chlorapyrinoxia is used in uh, to get the rid of carbon dioxide and decompose the human waste. That is, during the space travel, the human waste are decomposed by using the algae. And next one, single cell protein, which is denoted as SCP. Some of the single cell algae and blue green algae are used to produce proteins, which is used as the capsules. Example for this algae are chlorella and spirulina. So these are the economic importance of algae. And next we will discuss about fungi. Fungi also belongs to Thallophyta family, and its body is not differentiated into roots, stems and leaves. The plant body of fungi consists of filament-like structure is known as hypa, and several hypas are arranged to form the network is known as mycelium. And the cell wall of fungi is made up of chemical substance which is termed as chitin, and the fungi do not have chlorophyll, so they are heterotrophs. But the algae having chlorophyll, but the fungi do not have chlorophyll, so they are heterotrophs. That means they are not prepare their own food by itself. And the study of fungi is known as mycology. And some species of fungi lives in parasites. That is, they absorb the food from living organism. Example, Cercospora personata. And some species of fungi live as saprophytes. They grow upon from the on the dead and decaying organic matter. Example is Rhizopus. And next we will learn about the classification of fungi. The fungi can be classified into two groups, that is Myxomycetes and Eumycetes. The Eumycetes is again classified into four classes, that is Phycomycetes, Ascomycetes, Basidiomycetes and Deuteromycetes. Next we will learn about the economic importance of fungi. Fungi are used in many ways such as antibiotics, food, vitamins, alcohol. These are the economic importance of fungi. First we will discuss about antibiotics. The penicillin, that is the Penicillium notatum, is the fungi which is used to cure different diseases. And next one is food. The mushrooms which is contain rich in protein and minerals. The most common edible mushrooms is agaricus, that is otherwise known as button mushroom, which is a type of fungi. And vitamins. Fungus like gosby and erythrithium are used to produce vitamin B12, riboflavin. So the fungi are used in the production of vitamin B12. And alcohol. The fungi like yeast, which contain the enzyme invertase and zymase. These enzymes are help in the fermentation process of sugar into alcohol. So these are the economic importance of fungi. Next we will discuss about the Harmful effects of fungi. The fungi contain most of the useful and harmful effects. So the useful effects of fungi are economical importance. We already learned about that as an antibiotic and food and vitamins and alcohol. But the fungi also contain some harmful effects. The fungi cause various diseases in plants and animals. First we will discuss about the disease caused by fungi in plants. That is, the wilt disease in cotton is caused by the fungi is Fusarium oxysporum, and the ticca disease in groundnut is caused by Cercospora personata, and the red rot in sugarcane is caused by Colitrichum falcatum, and the black disease in paddy is caused by Pyracularia oryza. So these are the some of the examples for the fungi causing diseases. This is the wilt disease of cotton, and second one is the red root of sugarcane is caused by the fungi, and the blast disease of paddy, and the white rust of radish. So these are the fungal diseases in plants. And next we will discuss about the disease caused by fungi in humans. In humans, the ringworm, that is the circular rash of the skin, is caused by Trichophyton species of fungi, and dandruff is caused by Microsporum furfur fungi, and athlete's foot is caused by Tinea pedis. That is, here dandruff is caused by the fungi Microsporum furfur, and the ringworm is caused by Trichophyton, and athlete's foot is caused by Tinea pedis. So these are the harmful effects of fungi. And next we will discuss about the difference between algae and fungi. Algae are autotrophs. That means they have to prepare their own food by itself. Fungi are heterotrophs. They are not able to prepare their own food. And algae have pigments. That is green color pigments, red color pigments, brown color pigments are there. But fungi do not have pigments. And the reserve food material of algae is starch. In fungi, the reserve food materials are glycogen and oil. And some algae are prokaryotic in nature. Example for this is cyanobacteria. And fungi are eukaryotic in nature. Example, agaricus. So students, I hope you understood about algae, classifications and economical importance of algae, and fungi, classifications, economical importance and harmful effects of fungi. Next classes, I will explain about bryophytes, pteridophytes and their economical importance, gymnosperms and angiosperms. Thank you students. Thanks to all.